All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, what a way to begin the week. You know, we had a beautiful snowfall this past weekend. I hope you had a chance to maybe get out and play around in it a little bit, because yesterday, driving around, it was like a Norman Rockwell painting. It was so beautiful. And so now a winter weather advisory is in effect through noon tomorrow across the entire MyFox 10 viewing area. And the reason for this is the possibility of freezing rain developing during the late overnight hours. Now, we're not detecting anything at this point. We take a look now at a somewhat bigger picture, which I showed you earlier, and you can see little areas of precipitation beginning to show up. So what I believe will happen is through the late overnight hours into the first part of the day tomorrow, certainly before noon, we'll have some light rain falling, and that could freeze when it hits the ground. So it falls as a liquid, it hits the ground, and you get this little glaze of ice. No more than 1/10 of an inch of ice on there. It's not all that much, but just enough to make things slick. And then it turns over to all rain. And that creates a whole different kind of a situation, because when you get up to get this rain falling, see, it's 24 degrees right now, Linton 30, Robinson 26, Vincennes 27. The snow and all of that fell during the weekend will still be there in a lot of side streets and things like that. So you get that little pool of water on top of that, and then it gets very sloppy and kind of slippery, and then it refreezes as we get into tomorrow night. There's a northeast breeze at 7, Paris an east breeze, Mattoon east, Effingham 5, and Olney 3, so the wind chills are a little below what the actual temperature is. So let's take a look at the Storm Team 10 Futurecast. Here's through the nighttime. This is 4 a.m., some frozen precipitation a little farther to the north. Then we get into tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We have liquid precipitation here, but this could still be freezing rain, because freezing rain really is rain that falls and then hits the ground and freezes. And so that'll take us through the noontime hours, and then the temperature warms up to the lower 40s for tomorrow afternoon. We continue to have the possibility of rain, and then we get into Wednesday. Especially into Wednesday late afternoon and evening, we have the possibility of snow developing, and that could be a whole different set of circumstances as we get into Wednesday. So we'll talk about that when it gets a little closer. In the meantime, a winter weather advisory, because freezing rain and sleet developing overnight. Not a lot in the way of accumulation with that, but just enough to make things slick. And then tomorrow morning, AM freezing rain and sleet, then all rain, a high tomorrow of 42. But that rain falls on some areas that are already frozen and packed with snow, so that can be real slippery. And then tomorrow night, rain turns back to snow, 22 for the overnight low. And the 7-day forecast, Wednesday looks like a high of 23. Then it gets cold. Thursday, a high of 16, Friday 32, and then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, maybe we'll get back up to about 40 degrees. And boy, that'll feel nice.